rich and famous day. On YouTube. Hello and welcome back, folks. I busted out the old trading jacket for the day just for laughs, I suppose, and it looks like it's the badge is like the same color as a green screen, so the DEW is kind of getting pushed into the green screen. See that it's getting keyed out. Anyway, welcome back. So we did switch out of Tesla yesterday and into trading some natural gas, which is a pretty big U-turn. But let's take a look first here at some charts. Now, Tesla seems to have halted its up move for the moment. If we look at it here, down day. If we go to a 5-day, we can see down day, down day, down day. So it looks like 2 days up and 2 days down, but net lower. Once again, we were talking about, I was watching a news report talking about how this 220 level was the 200-day moving average resistance kind of up there, and it seems like we were unable to get past that. If I go to a 180-day chart, you can see here really the full picture of this. So let me pull that up for you here, and you can see the story, which is we came off this low of 101 and we rallied all the way up here. Now, it's funny, I was watching a broadcast with Dr. John Najarian, Dr. J, one of my old buddies from SIBO, and he was talking about how, and this broadcast was about 5 days ago, so it would have been when this was around 200, a little over 200, and he was talking about how, Tesla's one of these keepers and you should get long and prosper and all that stuff. And since then it's down. But of course, nobody can predict the future. And we might just bounce off of here and cruise higher. Of course, somebody just lowered the price target to they just raised the price target. Somebody raised the price target in Tesla. I think it would be not a bad long-term hold here in Tesla. But let's go to natural gas. And so I have a new watch list, or I've designated a watch list here called oil, where I've got natural gas, the major indices plus Tesla, just to kind of keep track of everything, plus focus on natural gas here. And we can see down about 5 cents in natural gas overnight. So the news report here saying natural gas falls 13% this week, and we kind of jumped in here after most of that fall. So I think that we haven't participated in that down move. What we did participate in is a little bit of an up move yesterday. And if we look at, let's just analyze the position we have on now, and let me just walk you through it. But first, let's just check and make sure we're still alive and is still in good shape here with the stream. We are. Welcome. All right, so let's just walk through the position here in natural gas, and we will move on from there. So I essentially am long natural gas via being short the triple leveraged ETP. So this KOLD, KOLD, is a triple leveraged product that goes up when natural gas goes down, and we are short this. So it's kind of a confusing thing, but by betting that coal goes down, we're betting natural gas goes up or stays in the same spot. The reason why I say stays in the same spot is because the initial position of buying puts, I bought the 40 puts, and the initial position of buying puts in a far out month, I ended up buying puts with an expiration in 72 days, these May puts, and I also bought an August put. So pretty far out in time, and then I immediately hedged some of them with these March puts, but then I hedged more of them once this moved lower. We got down to about 48.40 yesterday in KOLD, and so I was able to hedge my trade a little bit. If we look here at our position, we can find out what the average price is that we sold these March puts against our position at. And so if I click on this March put and say view trades, we can see the average price was 1.0874. Okay, so $1.08. So if we analyze our position here, we can see that this is showing a break even, like overall by the end of next week, if this is below 52.5. If we were to just sit at this spot for the next week, we would collect $1,000. The optimal thing for us would be for this to end up exactly around 40 in expiration of next week. You can see we're short 100 deltas here, but if we were to go down to 40, we would be flat there, and we'd actually get long below 40. Now, I was looking at some statistics on this KOLD, and KOLD is a leveraged ETP, and the more leverage they're using, the more decay over time occurs. And this product, on average, has decayed by a little over 20% per year over the life of it. And I believe the life of this, I think it started in something like 2010. And I was looking at stats on that yesterday. So it's got a bias to the downside regardless of what natural gas does. Now, obviously, if natural gas tanks from here, it's not going to be good for us. But natural gas stays where it is or moves higher, then we're doing okay. And there's the articles here. And, you know, natural gas, you're dealing with several factors, of course. One of them is, and I'm not a super expert on natural gas by any means, but just some common sense factors you're dealing with are seasonality, which, of course, people are using more natural gas in the winter. And I think something like somewhere between 20 and 25% of all energy comes through natural gas these days. So you're dealing with seasonality. They need more in the winter. You're dealing with weather. If tomorrow they say, oh, we thought it was going to be a warm spring, but now we think it's going to be very cold this spring, prices are going to go higher. You're dealing with inflation, market forces. The war in Ukraine. If the war in Ukraine disrupts things more, then the price will go higher. And natural gas is also, we've just seen really volatile and pretty amazing price action if we look back at it just for a second. And let's just do that very quickly here. I'm going to take myself out of the frame here for a second, and let's look back just for a second at natural gas, because it came from a much higher place than here where it was for a little while, and I don't expect it to go back to those levels at all. In fact, it's certainly likely that it could move lower from here. But if we do look back over the last couple of years, it's been a very wild ride for natural gas. We can see it got as high as $10, right? It was hanging out. Let me see if I can go to 20 years. It was hanging out for a long time. It won't go to 20 years, but it was hanging out for a long, long time. Let's see if we can go to charts here. Here we go. It's hanging out for a long time in this area, you know, $2, $2.50. And then we saw this and this is deceptive. This is a 3-year chart here. It's not like a 10-year chart. I don't know why it's not going to show us a 10-year. Well, if we go like this, it will. So this is what we need to do. Time frame, 20 years, and switch this to month. Okay, so you can see here, 260 is not super high in the life of natural gas. You can see way back here in 05, we got up to 15. 07, we got up close to there, and then it's just been hanging out between $2 and $4 for years and years and years and years. And then we got this big spike last year, and this blew a bunch of people out, right? This wasn't good. You can see historical volatility been on the rise, and it's perfectly reasonable that this stays below $3 from now on, or at least below $4. But for us, it would help us if we just got a little pop up here. $4 would be beautiful for us. Yesterday we were up 10 or 11 cents. Today we seem to be down 6 cents kind of before the trading day really starts. KOLD, which is the product which we're short, is up about $1 before the open. Now, if we look at our position here, we're collecting, it's showing collecting $88 a day. It's showing us collecting $88 a day here. The closer we get to that 40 strike, the more we're going to collect per day. So with us losing $100 on our delta, with it up $1, we're collecting 88 on theta. So we're kind of break even if we stay right here. If we do look specifically at the natural gas futures, I was watching it earlier today, and we were selling off as I was watching it, but we got in a low here of like 260, and then we've kind of bounced off that low a little bit. It would be pretty if we could get back to 2.7 or something like that, as the market kind of goes into full force and we open for good at 9:30. This thing pretty much trades 24 hours a day, I believe, but it's not super active overnight. So that's kind of where we are with natural gas. We'll see where it goes from here. I appreciate you guys checking in with me. Sorry I was late today. Things at home kind of just happen sometimes, and you are late. I haven't actually talked, I guess I haven't really talked about it on here, but I am married, and I want to have the wifey come on here at some point and participate in things. Anyway, so there you go. Here we are. We're looking for a little rally in natural gas. Happy that I bailed out of Tesla, because my condor that we talked about yesterday, it was the 85.90, 200, 205 condor, or it might have been 205, 210. But either way, we yesterday as we came in, stock was 91 and change, and I bailed out, which was a good thing because it went down to 85 after that. So we would have lost money. We ended up losing $70 on Tesla yesterday, but made over 200 and something on the natural gas trade. So net green day, we like net green days. Today, we're looking for a nice green day as well. It would be awesome if natural gas popped to 3, but we'd take 2.7, and we'd even take it staying here, collect a little decay. The perfect situation for us would be that we slowly drift back down towards $40 in this KOLD, and if we were on the slow train to that, and we were like 45 when this options that I'm short expire, then I could go ahead and sell the next week, and we could continue to collect decay as we slowly move lower towards $40. And as I said, we do have that beta drift in our favor, and that's kind of the edge I feel that we have in this trade, is that beta drift, plus the fact that we initiated the position after a pretty significant down move. So if we kind of revert a little bit back to the mean, and we get a little bit of help from our theta, we should be okay, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. So tomorrow I do have a doctor's appointment, so I'll probably come on earlier rather than later. But either way, catch me tomorrow, and I will be on at some point tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and good trading to all.
You're watching Famous on YouTube.
Ciao, ciao.